From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good evening from the Penn State Campus Weather Service. I'm Hannah George. I hope you all are having a wonderful Wednesday. And if you're in the state of Pennsylvania, I really bet you are, because look at this state we have here. You can see these beautiful clear skies everywhere, and everywhere is saying some very, very nice temperatures. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's take a closer look at State College, more so Beaver Stadium at the moment. We're seeing a temperature of 79 degrees, and that temperature just keeps on increasing. That is the highest we've seen so far, but who knows where it will take us. I'm going to say that's about the peak, but you never know. Overall in the state, most places are seeing those mid-70s, upper 70s. We're even seeing some 80s over here. You can see places like Harrisburg are at 81 degrees right now. That's about the peak. Erie's a little bit cooler up there at a temperature of 64 degrees right now, but 64 degrees in April is still pretty good. You cannot be complaining too much about that. Now, let's take a more zoomed out look at overall what the temperatures in the country are looking at right now. You can see this eastern half and peeking into the Midwest there. We're looking at a pretty small temperature gradient. You can see a lot of places down south are in the 70s as well. New Orleans is at 67 actually, so they're even in the 60s. And it's a little bit cooler on this west side. You can see Los Angeles is cooler than us right now. LA is seeing 62. Like I said, we're seeing about 79 right now. That's not going to happen a whole lot. And you can see they're going to cool down as well as us, so that might not change for a while. We might be a little bit warmer than them. Sorry about that, LA. But you can see that southern half of the country is going to be getting a bit warmer. We're going to cool down here, as you can see this cool little zigzag they got going on here. And I'm going to talk about those cooling temperatures in just a little bit. But right now, let's focus more on those warm temperatures, because don't you just want to soak them on in? You can see yesterday we saw a pretty big increase in temperatures, but today we're seeing another big increase in temperatures. You can see here in State College an 11-degree increase in temperatures, and most of the state is seeing some sort of 10s, a little bit lower than the 10s increase. So we're still going up. Now, let's look at departures from average with our temperatures we're seeing. Like mentioned, we're at about 79 degrees, and that is a 20-degree increase of a departure from average of what we see in April. And I'm sure you know that if you lived in Pennsylvania for a while. So this really is just remarkable, these temperatures we're seeing. You can see that 20 is kind of the peak. Places like Scranton, a 26-degree departure from average. A little bit not as much over here. You can see Pittsburgh, only a 16-degree departure from average. But hey, that's still a pretty big amount. It's pretty nice what we're witnessing out here. But one thing to look out for, let's look here. These are your dew points. You can see if you look at that little chart up there, and just based off this, it's pretty dry out there. And along with those dry conditions, we are seeing wind speeds that are up there. They've hit the 20s here a couple of times here in State College. They're going to stay pretty high up there for a while. And what that means, before I get into the radar, is we're actually in a red flag warning or fire watch. You may have seen that come up if you have a weather app on your phone. And basically what that means is those dry conditions and those winds out there are perfect conditions for a wildfire. So if you have plans of any sort of fire outside, maybe hold on for a bit until we get a little bit not as dry here in the state of Pennsylvania. Taking a look at the radar, nothing going on out there. Like I mentioned, dry temperatures, dry outside. There's just not a lot going on out there right now. That's going to be the case for a couple days here. You can see, taking a look, remember how I said it's all pretty much warm here in this basically exact area? Well, here we are, dry. So everywhere is getting these dry conditions right now, at least on this more eastern half of the country and a little bit into the Midwest. Let's take a look further down the road at the radar here. You can see that we're going to get a little bit cloudy here on Friday, and this system is slowly going to move its way on up. And Saturday, you can see we have a chance midday for some showers here. I say a chance. I know a lot of you probably want to go to the blue and white game if you live here at Penn State or in State College, and I can say there's a chance for those showers, not a super high chance yet. I'm not going to say it's a guarantee yet, but there is a chance, and that system's going to move on out. And Sunday, this system will probably hit us here in State College for a second. Probably just showers, nothing much heavier than that. And you can see here Monday there's a chance for something. I'm not going to get too far into that because it's a little bit further down the road, but I will discuss your chances for that a little bit more later when we look at your forecast for the week. Today, once again, high of 79. Beautiful day, a little breezy out there at times. Look at those gusts, 25+ miles, as I mentioned. Some big winds out there at times. But overall, it's been a beautiful day, a little bit breezy at times, but it still feels beautiful out there. And hey, that one's actually a nice surprise at times if you're getting a little too warm or staying out in the sun for too long. Tonight we're going to be seeing a low of 56 degrees, a low of 56. Isn't that wonderful? And it's going to be clear skies out there, which is why there's that big decrease in temperatures. If it's clear at night, that actually means cooler temperatures for us here. And tomorrow we're going to wake up to a high of 62 degrees. That's right, even warmer, and it's going to be pretty sunny out there. Those winds are going to slow down a bit, which will be nice, and it'll be a beautiful day. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast here, you can see once again that high of 79 today, a little bit breezy, that low of 56 tomorrow, the high of 83 actually, with those clear skies out there, absolutely just beautiful, and a low of 53 Friday, even more of an increase with a high of 84 degrees and a low of 57. Those lows still aren't getting too low, and Saturday decreases a little bit with that high of 75, still in the 70s there. Beautiful day with a chance for those showers like I've mentioned, in a low of 57 once again. A high of 74 on Sunday with a chance for some showers overnight. You saw this for a peek there when I was looking at the radar in the future. And Monday is going to cool down a lot. We're going to be back into those 50s for Monday and Tuesday, the start of your next work week. But 50s still aren't the worst based off those last couple months we had of 40s and 30s. So me personally, I'll take 50s, especially that Tuesday with those still pretty sunny skies out there in the high of 56. All right, that's all from me. Once again, I'm Hannah George for the Penn State Campus Weather Service. Have a beautiful day.